and final slate for the show. It is going to be Major League Baseball. And I'm going to begin with the Tigers taking on the Phillies, 7:05 Eastern first pitch at Citizens Bank Park in South Philly. Now, the Phillies are minus 205 on the money line. There is no total on this game as of yet. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's to the weather. If you know why or have an inclination as to why there is no total in this one as of right now, let me know in the comments section below. But as far as I can see, we have Tyson Ross projected on the bump for Detroit. Vinny Velasquez slated for the Phils. Tyson Ross is just 1-3 with a 4.03 ERA for Detroit. Vinny Velasquez is 1-0 with a 1.99 ERA for the Phils. Now, Philadelphia is 4-1 straight up in their last 5. They rank 4th in home scoring. They're also 1st in walks. They're doing a great job getting runners on base, manufacturing runs, driving them in, hitting home runs. Now, Detroit, they're on a 4-game skid right now, so I think there's only one play because the price point isn't all that great. I like Philadelphia minus 1.5 getting the job done on the run line. I like the Phillies winning this one by a final of 6-4. All right, next game. It is going to be Cardinals-Nationals, 7:05 Eastern first pitch in the nation's capital. St. Louis open minus 110, total at 9. We're seeing movement upward on the total, up to 9.5. Once again, the Cards are minus 110, total open 9, up to 9.5. 68% of the consensus is leaning towards St. Louis, 59% shaded toward the under. Adam Wainwright projected on the bump for St. Louis. Sanchez for the Nationals. Wainwright is 2-2 with a 3.96 ERA for the Nats. Sanchez 0-3 with a 6.00 ERA for the Nationals. Now, St. Louis has been winners in 8 out of their last 9. They're also second in hits on average. Washington, they're winning just 30% of their games in their last 10. They're also just 6-9 at home this year. Total-wise, St. Louis is 80% to the over in their last 5 on the road. Give me the Cards minus 110 and the over 9.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Indians, Marlins. That is going to be a 7:10 Eastern first pitch in Miami. Give me Cleveland minus 190 and the under 7 runs in that game there. Next game, Mets hosting the Reds, 7:10 Eastern first pitch in Flushing, Queens. The Reds open the betting as the $1.20 favorite, total at 8. Nickel move toward Cincinnati up to $1.25. Once again, the Reds open 120 up to minus 125. Totals at 8. 56% are leaning Cincinnati, 67% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Mets are plus $1.10 on the money line. Cincinnati plus 135 on the run line. Castillo for the Reds, Vargas for the Mets. Castillo is 3-1 with a 1.23 ERA for the Reds. Vargas 1-1 with a 7.20 ERA for New York. Cincinnati's 3-2 in their last 5, 9-6 against the spread away from home. And of course, when I'm referring to the spread in Major League Baseball, I'm actually referring to the run line. So once again, 9-6 in their last 15 run line plays away from home. Cincinnati ranks 2nd in runs allowed in Major League Baseball. Now, the Mets on the other side, completely different story. And as a matter of fact, they are 2nd to last in runs allowed. Teams just scoring all over them, hitting their pitching, and really just putting up a whole lot of runs when they play New York. They're also 5-7 in their games at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Total-wise, the Mets are 21-7 to the over for the season, 8-4 to the over at home. Give me Cincinnati on the road, minus 125, and the over 8 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Athletics. Red Sox, 7:10 Fenway. Boston opened the betting as the $1.60 favorite, total at 9.5. We're seeing a nickel fade of Boston down to 155. Once again, the Red Sox open 160 down to minus 155. Totals at 9.5. 64% are leaning Boston, 68% shaded toward the over. Right now, the A's are plus 140 on the money line. Boston plus $1.15 on the run line. We have Brooks for the A's, Porcello for the Sox. Brooks is 2-2 with a 5.33 ERA. Porcello just 1-3 with a 7.43 ERA, really struggling in the early part of the year here. Now, Oakland 7-3 in their last 10, taking on Boston. If you're into historical trends, the A's also rank 8th in road scoring on average. Now, Boston on the other side, They're just 6-7 at Fenway this year. They rank 26th in runs allowed. Give me the Athletics plus 1.5, getting the job done on the run line, and the over 9.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Padres Braves, and that is going to be a 7:20 Eastern first pitch in Atlanta. Give me the Braves minus 105 and the under 8 in that matchup there. Next game, Astros Twins, 740 Minnesota. Houston open minus 150, total 8.5. We're seeing a 20-cent move toward the Stros and a half a point move downward on the total. Minus 170 and 8 flat. Once again, the Astros open $1.50 up to minus 170. Total open 8.5 down to 8 even. 59% are leaning Astros, 58% shaded toward the under. Right now the Twins are plus 150 on the money line. Houston plus $1 on the run line. We have Garrett Cole for the Astros, Pineda for the Twins. Cole's just 1-4 with a 4.71 ERA this year. Pineda's 2-1 with a 5.62 ERA. Minnesota, believe it or not, 17-9 overall for the year. They're also 9-4 straight up at home. They rank first in runs allowed at home. Their opponents are scoring just 2.6 runs per contest on average in Minnesota. Now Houston on the other side, they are 20th in road scoring. They've also dropped 4 out of their last 5 when traveling. When it comes to the total, Houston is 5-1 to the under in their last 6. I'm going to lean Twins in this game here. Give me Minnesota plus 1.5, getting the job done on the run line at home in the under 8 runs. Next game, Rockies Brewers, 7:40 Eastern first pitch in Milwaukee. The Brewers are minus 105, pretty much a coin flip game in this matchup here. Totals at 8.5. We have Marquez for the Rockies, Chacin for the Brewers. Marquez is 3-1 with a 2.54 ERA. Chacin's just 2-3 with a 6.36 ERA. But despite Chacin's struggles, Milwaukee is 9-6 at home. They're also 6th in home scoring. Now Colorado's dropped their last 2 straight. They're also just 1-7 in their last 8 taking on Milwaukee, if you're into historical trends. When it comes to the total, well, Colorado's 80% to the over in their last 5. Give me the Brewers minus 105, getting the job done at home, and the over 8.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Pirates, Rangers, 8:05 Texas. The Rangers are minus 125, total open 10 up to 10.5. 68% are leaning Texas, 77% shaded toward the under. Pittsburgh's plus $1.10 on the money line. Texas plus 160 on the run line. Give me the Rangers minus 125 and the under 10.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Orioles, White Sox. That's going to be an 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Give me Baltimore plus 1.5 and the under 9 runs in that game there. Next matchup, Tampa Bay at Kansas City. 8:15 Eastern first pitch at Kauffman Stadium. Give me the Rays minus 175 and the over 7.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Yankees, Diamondbacks, 9:40 Eastern first pitch in Arizona. The D-backs open 130 up to minus 135. Totals at 8.5. 53% are leaning Yankees, 65% shaded toward the over. Right now, New York is plus 120 on the money line. D-backs plus 150 on the run line. We have CC for the Yankees, Greinke for the Diamondbacks. Sabathia is 1-0 with a 2.40 ERA for the Yankees. Greinke 4-1 with a 3.71 ERA for the Diamondbacks. Now the Yankees are red hot right now, 9-1 in their last 10. They also rank 2nd in road scoring. And total-wise, the Yankees are 6-0 to the over in their last 6. Give me New York plus 1.5 in the over 8.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Dodgers, San Fran, 9:45 Eastern first pitch, McCovey Cove. The Dodgers open the betting as the $1.50 favorite. Total 7.5. We're seeing a 10-cent move toward Los Angeles and movement downward on the total. We're looking at minus 160 and 7 flat. Once again, Los Angeles open 150 up to minus 160. Total open 7.5 down to 7 flat. 69% are leaning Dodgers, 51% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Giants are plus 145 on the money line. Dodgers plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Walker Buehler for the Dodgers, Drew Pomeranz for the Giants. Buehler's 2-0 with a 5.25 ERA. Pomeranz just 1-2 with a 3.65 ERA. The Dodgers are 4-1 in their last 5. They're 8th in scoring. San Fran on the other side, second to last in scoring on average. They've won just 6 out of 14 at home. When it comes to the total, San Fran is 4-2 to the over in their last 6. 8-6 to the under at home. Give me the Dodgers minus 160 and the over 7 runs in that game there. I'm sorry. We want to go... what do we want to go there? Dodgers minus 160 and the over 7 runs. We're going to go over 7 runs in that matchup there. Sorry, confused myself a little bit. All right, next matchup, Blue Jays Angels. And that is going to be a 10:07 Eastern first pitch. Once again, Blue Jays taking on the Angels. 10:07 Eastern first pitch in Anaheim. Give me Toronto plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that game there. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be Cubbies Mariners 10:10 Eastern first pitch in Seattle. The Cubbies open minus 150, total 8.5. 10-cent fade of the Cubs down to 140. Once again, Chicago open 150 down to minus 140. Totals 8.5. 61% are on the Cubs, 87% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Mariners are plus $1.25 on the money line. Chicago plus $1.10 on the run line. We got Hamels for the Cubs, Hernandez for the Mariners. Hamels is 3-0 with 3.16 ERA. Hernandez just 1-2 with a 3.91 ERA. Chicago's 9-3 in their last dozen. They rank 3rd in road scoring on average. Meanwhile, Seattle's dropped 5 out of their last 7. They're also just 2-8 in their last 10 at home. Total-wise, Seattle 75% to the over in their last 8. Give me Chicago minus 140 and the over 8.5 runs in that matchup there. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, I got to remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. We're doing outstanding in several different categories on that website, including a 3-0 record in our last 3 in our board member plays, 5-2 in our last 7 in that same category. So absolutely dominant in many different categories on that site. Patreon.com/BrockPage. Link is in the description section below. Once again, we're still waiting on my sample of merch, waiting for that in the mailbox. Ordered that over a week ago. Still haven't received it. I might have got duped. But anyway, Brock Page Production merch. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to wear it during a couple podcasts when it comes in. If you guys like it, hey, maybe we'll put them up for sale. We'll do a t-shirt, hoodie, coffee mug. We'll do the whole thing. So, that is completely contingent on whether you like it or not. So I'm looking forward to get a sample in so you guys can take a look at it and let me know what you think. But anyway, look out for merch if you guys are interested. We may do it. We may dive completely balls to the wall into it. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Most importantly, just thank you for tuning into this program right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information, great free content. I know I love producing it. Get up early every day, 4 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to do it for you guys. So it's something fun. I love to do it. And God willing, I'll continue to do it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.